Welcome back to another video for Advanced Math. Today's video topic is a review and introduction of polynomials, and we'll focus specifically on the polynomial family of quadratics, which are second degree polynomials. This is for Unit 6, Day 1, and let's get started. So a polynomial is basically from the Greek meaning many terms. A term is any combination of numbers and variables, exponents that are separated by plus or minus signs in between them. So this would be an example of a trinomial. And the only rule is that we're not allowed to have any variables in denominators of fractions, and our exponents all need to be positive and whole numbers. So then we have general families of functions for polynomials based on their degree. And so this would be a fourth degree polynomial. All polynomials, the graphs of them they don't look the same, but they're all smooth and continuous. So there are no jumps or bumps in them. They don't have different parts. They're all going to be able to be written or drawn with one pencil stroke. They make nice curves. The exception to that would be a first degree polynomial or a constant polynomial, which is just a line, but it's still smooth and continuous. It's just not a curve. Standard form should be a review. It's when we put things in, first we combine all like terms, and we always put the highest degree first, and then we go in descending order from there, always ending with a constant term if we had something with no variable. Okay, classifying polynomials we've learned to do either by degree or by number of terms. So if you don't have any variables, your degree is 0, and we call that a constant polynomial. First degree is linear, second degree quadratic, third degree cubic, fourth degree quartic, fifth degree quintic. And then the number of terms we call monomials for 1 terms, binomials for 2 terms, trinomials for 3 terms, and anything beyond that we'll just call a polynomial, and we'll name the number of terms specifically. I think that's it on that page. Okay, so now we're going to focus specifically on quadratics. A quadratic is a second degree polynomial. They make parabola shapes. We've talked about them kind of a lot. Second degree, this should all be reviewed. This is standard form of a quadratic equation. And in addition to graphing them and finding characteristics of our graphs of polynomials, and today specifically quadratics, we're also going to be finding the solutions, which are also known as the roots or the zeros, and it is where the graph crosses the x-axis. We can solve quadratics in a few different ways. The most common way is by factoring. That's usually the fastest way, but not everything can be factored, so it can be kind of limiting. So we also have another method for doing so called completing the square. But then the blanket, the big umbrella one for using on any quadratic would be the quadratic formula. This doesn't have to be memorized. It will be given to you, but it should be something that you've seen quite a bit of. So in summary, we are focusing on polynomials in this unit. In day 1, we're just reviewing quadratics, which we're very familiar with. We're going to need to be able to graph them, describe the behavior of the graph. We'll talk more about that in class, as well as being able to solve quadratic equations. And then we'll move on to higher degree polynomials throughout the unit. Factoring is one of the most important methods that we have for solving polynomials, so please make sure that you are solid on all the different methods that we have for factoring. If you've watched this video, I really appreciate that. Please make sure to send me an email saying that you watched the video, and I will give you credit for it on the next checkup that we take on day 1 stuff. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in class. Bring any questions that you have.